I thought my neighbor was creepy until I learned the truth. I 24 moved into my apartment about 8 months ago. Nothing special, just a small place, thin walls, and a hallway that always smelled vaguely like someone burned toast. But from day one, there was my neighbor, apartment 3B. I never saw her face at first. Just little things. Soft music through the wall at night. The same song on repeat sometimes. Footsteps at odd hours. And once, when I got home late, I noticed a small plate of cookies sitting outside my door. No note, just cookies. I assumed it was her, so the next day I left a note back. Thanks for the cookies, 3A. This time with a note. You looked like you needed them. That was weird. Not creepy, just oddly specific. Still, played along. We started leaving notes back and forth like that. Never knocking. Never actually meeting. Just small messages, jokes, random thoughts. It became a routine. Every few days, something new would appear outside my door. A snack, a note. Once, even a book she said I might like. And the strange part, she was always right. About everything. If I had a rough day, there'd be a note saying, tomorrow will feel lighter. If I mentioned in a note that I couldn't sleep, she'd suggest something that actually worked. It felt like she knew me, not in a scary way, but in a way I couldn't explain. I asked her once, why don't we just meet? Her reply came the next day, maybe it's better like this. That should have been a red flag, but honestly, I didn't mind. There was something comforting about it. No pressure, no expectations, just connection. Weeks turned into months, and somewhere along the way, I realized I was looking forward to her notes more than anything else in my day. So one night, I decided to change things. I wrote, I think I'd like to meet you. For the first time since this started, there was no reply the next day, or the day after. Nothing. I started to worry. I pushed too far. Maybe she got uncomfortable. Maybe I ruined it. Then, 3 days later, I'm home to find something different. No plate, no note, just a key, and a small piece of paper. 3B. If you're sure. My heart was racing. I stood there for a solid 5 minutes just staring at it, thinking of every possible scenario, good and bad. But curiosity won. I walked over to her door, unlocked it, and stepped inside. The apartment was almost empty. Just a couch, a small table, and boxes stacked near the walls like someone was about to move out. For a second, I thought I'd made a mistake. Then I heard her voice. Hey. I turned around, and there she was. Not what I expected because I realized I hadn't really formed an expectation. She looked normal, a little nervous, a little tired, real. We just stood there for a moment, both kind of awkward. Then I asked the question that had been in my head for months. How did you always know what to say? She smiled, just slightly. I didn't. I frowned. Then how? She hesitated, then pointed toward the wall. Our apartments share more than just thin walls. I didn't get it at first, until she added, I could hear you. Not everything. Just enough. And suddenly, everything clicked. The late night pacing, the quiet conversations I'd have with myself, the times I thought I was alone. She hadn't been reading my mind. She'd just been listening. I should have felt embarrassed, but I didn't, because somehow, she hadn't used it against me. She used it to understand me. I know it's weird, she said quickly. If you're uncomfortable, I get it. This was easier than talking face to face. I thought about it for a second. Then I laughed. Honestly, it's a little weird. She winced, but, I added, it's also kind of the nicest thing anyone's done for me. She looked surprised, relieved. We talked for hours that night. No notes, no walls, just actual conversation. And yeah, it was awkward at first, but it felt familiar, like I already knew her. A week later, she moved out, better job, different city, fresh start. But this time, she didn't disappear. We kept talking, calling, visiting when we could, and eventually, it turned into something more, all because of a few notes, and 2 apartments with